Like I'm ready. Episode 2.
Episode 2. Are we
Like
filming?
the first official podcast.
This is the first
episode.
pod, non-intro. Pod. Crazy. Are we going? We have
Yeah,
to
we
sync
can start
everything,
it.
no?
We could just keep this in.
Yeah. We need
Okay.
to sync. No?
Yeah, let's do one sync. Do it. DC, you're better at it than me.
That one's rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything going. Okay, ready? Perfect.
All right. What's up, guys? We're back. Got Sebastian here, my co-host.
Adam.
And here we are. This is the first real pod. We filmed an intro, but we're going to get into some fun topics today. Really excited for this one. Think there's a lot of potential behind this one. What do you think? We're going to talk about AI today.
AI. So
AI.
We got a few different ideas going on right now, but
Yeah.
this is the first one that I was super excited to talk about. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of different things that I'm like ready to. I already got the bullet points in my brain ready.
Already?
Already.
Ready to go. Okay, so then let's start with where do you see, or what are our points actually?
And we do have points in the back. We're not hiding it from
No,
the
I ain't
viewers.
gonna hide. Yeah, I couldn't
It's
memorize
just
all
it's just
of
quick
these.
bullet points of just general ideas, just so we have like a structure of some sort. Okay, you start off the first question, fool.
All right. Yeah, that's a little better. Now it's dark. Hold on. Okay. Here we're good.
We're good.
All right. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
good. First point. Obviously, everyone knows what AI is. Everyone our age, especially ChatGPT.
I wish I had that when I was like, I didn't even know about it that much until like the halfway through last semester.
Bro, it's so new. It like
It's very
literally
new.
just came out like
Very
this
new.
year or last year, whenever it was. It's so new. But yeah, like I feel like college would have been so easy if we had that. Or you have it now, but
But we're both in school, but it's like you're different than me at this point.
yeah, like I
You know
can't
what I
really
mean?
use that to cheat, you know.
Right.
And I wouldn't. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But just in case we're going forward, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to watch myself in some context.
Yeah.
Because, you know why.
no self snitching. No self snitching.
No self-sabotage on this one.
Exactly.
No, but this is all educational, and if I use any examples towards myself, it is all educational /
course.
comedic effect. I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm a comedian, so everything I say is for comedy. It's not actually
course.
for. I'm not applying it to my actual life.
Viewer discretion is
Viewer
advised.
discretion,
Yeah.
correct.
So yeah, everything we say, like I would never actually do.
So with that being said, I cheat all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, be careful. I can't make jokes like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so say like with the kids now, everyone, like no matter who you ask, I know everyone's using ChatGPT and stuff like in
1000%.
high school, in college and everything. Like sure, it'll help you get your test, it'll help you get your homework done easier, but like in the future, like I'm trusting no one. I'm trusting no
Nobody.
one. I'm not trusting a single doctor. I'm not trusting a single. Okay, I'm going a little extreme, but like honestly, there's gonna be everyone's gonna be the same. Everyone's gonna have cheated, bro, on like their tests,
Correct.
on their quizzes and everything. Like, how do you even stop it at that point? Because if I was in high school and had ChatGPT, I can't promise that I wouldn't have used it either.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
So it's gonna make the next generation of kids, next generation of like workers, dumb.
No,
Really dumb.
long story
like
short, just
dumb,
dumb.
like dumb as shit. And like,
yeah.
like I don't really know how I don't know how to fix
I'm
that.
very
like,
curious to see
how's
where
that
we're
gonna?
going to be in like 50 years.
Yeah.
That could be a whole topic in itself.
Like I think AI
Like,
might
where we-
replace us. Is the thing.
It will. And I saw this podcast with Elon Musk as well, and he said that AI is going to get very scary in the next very near future.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I don't think people realize how it's going to be in the near future, but I think there's a lot of things that people aren't diving into and thinking about that are going to have crazy like AI is going to be crazy. Long story short, you know what I mean. In every single field of anything, you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
We could talk about education. We could talk about entertainment. We could talk about jobs. We could talk about absolutely anything related to anything, and AI is going to be the best in that. You know what I mean? Actors could be AI'd now. You know,
you see
there's
that?
literally
you?
literally the AI baddies now. It's like, bro, I sent you that thing on Instagram. I saw this thing on my
Yes, bro.
Explore page.
That's crazy to me.
And it was an AI baddie, like an AI girl. She had like 100,000 followers or something. 15 grand a month on OnlyFans.
Little context behind that. Adam sends me, like, I was on the phone call with Adam, and he sends me like this Instagram of like some AI person, but like Adam's like, oh, like, what do you think about this person, blah blah blah.
Like trying to like
And
bait
I'm
you
like
into
trying
it.
to bait me into it, but like at first I didn't really realize. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. And Adam's like, she's fake. That's like all pictures. It's AI, completely AI generated, and my mind was blown. Mind was blown. Like the fact that you can make like someone or like some AI
That
art
AI that
look
AI batch
that
bread,
real.
bro.
AI,
We gotta get on that.
bro. Whoever made that is the smartest man
So
in the
smart.
world, bro.
15 grand a month and counting.
15 grand, and he probably has even like the text or the pictures, everything
Probably, like,
automated. Like he
Beach
doesn't.
behind her.
Yeah, and
you know, in bra.
Yeah. Boop. And people are like, we'll
There's
pay
my bread for the
$50 for you to do this. And then he just types it into ChatGPT like, oh, make this lady
Right.
holding up a peace sign, blah, blah, whatever it is. It's crazy to
And
me.
it's just money.
Yeah, like when my mind was blown. My mind was blown. Like
Absolutely crazy.
what's the point of even having models anymore? Because like think about it. Like Nike or whatever these big brands are,
They're
they could
paying a lot of- they're
technically
paying lots of money
they're
for these
paying
people.
they're paying millions every year,
Right.
like hundreds of millions. Eventually, if you can make someone look that good online, like a robot look that real, why not just use them for like modeling or advertisement? Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like even this podcast right now could just be we could just have two AI dudes and probably their conversation would be better than our debatable.
Debatable.
But you get what
Debatable.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we could have this could be completely AI'd and then they could, have thousands of reels coming out and vlogs or podcasts coming out every single day. And it would look they wouldn't know. I guarantee you they would not know in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that defeats the purpose. Nobody wants to see an AI and know that that's not an actual person. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I wouldn't want to support something knowing that like they're not an actual person. I would never have any chance to see them. Not that I want to see like my favorite YouTuber. I'm not really like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not fanboying over anyone, but I would just like to know the fact that they're an actual person just like me.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? I wouldn't want to just see like a computer generated thing and be like, that's what I completely support.
Like speaking of that, computer generated
Because knowing
stuff,
behind
right?
there's
like,
a guy behind it,
Right.
there's a random dude behind it in his garage in his mom's crib, and he's making money off an AI. Like I don't
Right.
like the idea of supporting like an economic system wise. It's like I don't want to support
Yeah,
that.
I get you. Like okay, then like with the Drake song, right? The AI
Right, yeah,
Drake
yeah.
song. You remember that?
I'm sure everyone knows about
Everyone
that.
knows
but if
that
not,
Drake's-
there's like this crazy Drake song that came out.
Insane. Like it was crazy.
Was it
good.
actually AI? How do
It was 100% AI.
That is,
Because I saw some study or some like research. I'm sure I saw a couple of reels too that like people were going crazy about it, and then they found out that it was AI or whatever. Or the
was
ghostwriter like
tough.
said it was AI. Yeah, it was insane. It was hard. People were thinking it was like unreleased Drake for a little bit,
Yeah.
but like no, it was 100% AI. But like when it first came out, I was like, wow, this song is insane. I'm gonna keep listening to it. But as soon as I found out it was AI,
it didn't hit.
like it didn't hit anymore. And that goes back to what you were saying is you can't support like your the economic systems or just things that aren't actually created by
Right.
people. And like I think I completely agree with you. I think like if an AI could make some banger song, which in the future 100% probably a lot of music is going to be AI, I still
But we
feel
wouldn't
like
even
there's
know.
we wouldn't know. But if you did know is the thing, I
It wouldn't
don't
hit.
think
They would
I
just
would
keep it a
like
secret.
it. Subconsciously I couldn't like it if I know like there's no talent, there's no person behind it, no
Correct.
emotion.
I agree 1,000%.
But that's crazy to me that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even right now songs like that can be produced by AI. What's the point of even having like
A studio.
a
anyone.
studio or like talented
Producer,
artists?
you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's crazy.
That's absolutely crazy. And the next thing that I was gonna say is like a lot of these people. I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about this for a good minute now. There's guys like you like think about like XXX Tentacion. Is it Tentacion? Temptation? How do you even say it? To this day, I don't even know. Tentacion. Like think about him. It's like, he's obviously he can't make music no more. How would we know? Let's say there's quote unquote old audio files, quote unquote, that are just AI now, and just his record label wouldn't say anything about it. They could easily AI his voice, and people wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? They could just have AI, like for Juice as well. They could have Juice. Just what if all of Juice's new music is just completely AI and we don't know, and it's quote unquote old music he never released. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I guarantee you, record labels are doing that now.
Probably, that's an
1000%.
easy
It's a
bag.
dirty industry too,
It's
if you
an
think about it.
No, yeah, I've heard some dirty stories
Right.
about like the music industry. It's crazy, like scamming artists. Like
Yeah.
even the whole Lil Uzi thing, they wouldn't let him release music.
You know what I mean?
for-
That's what I'm saying.
it's crazy. But no, I was thinking about that. They did that exact thing like that you're talking about with Michael Jackson too. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Like they recently like. I don't know. There was like some debate about like Michael Jackson snippets or like his vocals were used on some like new song like,
Nah.
in 23.
Oh, there's that one collab that he did.
The
lately.
collab, I think
What
that's what was. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but I just remember hearing about it, and I probably heard the song once, and they were saying like, "Oh, like this might be AI. Like, who is even in charge of Michael's
Yeah.
vocals anymore? Like, is it like his family, and why would his family sell him out? I don't know, but it's
That's crazy. Plus, like, if you think about it, there's like, I nobody even knows this, but like, I tried like trying to make like one rap song just to like just for fun. I had like a little like microphone that I did for gaming and stuff, and then I just put like a towel over my head and tried doing like a song, and I went into like how like music is made, and there's different like RPMs I think it's called, and it's like the click of the beat. You know what I mean?
the BPM,
The
beats per
BPM,
minute,
that's what it is. Yeah, and the BPM. If the BPM's always changing, the AI could easily adapt to that BPM. Like if they're like, oh, I want the beat to be just a little faster, the AI will easily like have the vocals, have it so it's on beat every single time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If it's not AI'd, it's what you have to redo the whole song.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, in a sense of time and productivity, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about it from like that type of perspective, and that's just music itself. Think
Yeah.
about editing. Think about work and like AI and coding. I know ChatGPT is coding now, or I've heard people do that. I'm not a
Yeah.
coding major, so I'm not 100% sure
Yeah.
how that works. But it's like we're just talking about the music. Think of all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have any factual evidence to back this up and what people say. But I know Elon Musk said something, like I said, that is going to get really scary in the near future. If we had evidence, I guarantee you everything would back this up, and it would prove
Yeah.
our points even more.
It's scary.
Yeah,
I even
1000%.
heard like Joe Rogan talk about like how if you ask ChatGPT or any of those AI like open AI sources to create a movie or like write a script for a movie, it's
Nah.
always better than anything ever written in Hollywood. Like it's crazy.
And
like
just think
it'll
about
write you a
make
movie
me-
script.
Right?
Huh?
And it's
Yeah.
like, think about it. It's like, okay, think about all the hours that people put into writing something.
Yeah.
Writing a actual movie.
Yeah.
How much time does that take? A long time. You know what I
Weeks,
mean?
years.
Weeks, years, whatever.
Yeah.
AI will do it, make me this, and then have the plot be this, and the climax be this, and the build-up be this, and the person's name is this. And it's like, and then the ending, I want to have it a spin-off. Oh, I don't like that spin-off. Do a totally different spin-off. Or give me 10, and then I'll pick the best one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just totally, it'll change the game. 1000%.
Yeah. Imagine it takes you years to go and write a movie, and then like you can ask just like some source, 30 seconds you have like a, what is it, an
Almost-
Oscar-winning movie? Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
You know what I'm
wild to
saying?
me.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of these producers or something, I feel like a lot of these people making movies and stuff, they're so invested or buy a script. They don't have to buy the script. If anything, they could just make the script with the AI, and buying the script is a lot. And let's just say they're like, oh, I don't like the script. They can't really just scrap it if they put all that money into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they stick to it, they're kind of locked into
That's
it.
crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that AI could really just like give more flexibility in terms of what people could do and what type of entertainment we get in the near future. Which it's probably going to get better.
Yeah.
Everything's probably going to get a lot better.
It probably is already insane. Like I was thinking about this the other day, that like, okay, right now anyone can go on Google and type in ChatGPT and access AI for free, right?
Right.
Just make an account. But if that's available to the public and that's already scary, you already know how crazy ChatGPT is. It can do almost anything you ask
Right.
it to do. Imagine all these like government funded, like top secret,
That they don't release.
that they obviously don't tell anyone, like these like hidden experiments or
Correct,
whatever you
1000%.
want to call them.
That's what I was thinking too.
And if OpenAI or ChatGPT is as good as it is, imagine what those
everyone down the
AI things. Yeah, imagine what the government can do, or like those like top secret funded experiments.
And they're
that
not going to release that to the public.
No,
either.
of course
You know what
not,
I'm
because
saying?
it's crazy dangerous.
Right.
But like, I think I also saw some study or some like news article or whatever where like some AI or some robot or whatever it was like gained sentience. Do you know what that is? Like sentience or like it became sentient.
I don't know.
Basically, it's like when
Plus, even if I did
something.
know, it's probably good to explain it for the people. You know what I mean?
No, I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
them know, but basically, it's when like something created, like some AI or some robot is created, when it gains emotions and can basically decide between right and wrong and can make conscious decisions. It's like basically gaining consciousness, gaining a feeling.
How does that even happen?
I don't know, but like
But it
think
has
about
that,
it.
There's that. They have that now.
Like it happened and they
Wow.
like had to shut down the robot or the AI. I don't know exactly what it was,
And I
but
heard,
like
what if they all have that, and it's like what if they had like a strike against us?
Who it-
It
yeah.
sounds stupid, but it's like, you know what I mean?
but it's so easy for them too. Like imagine they have hundreds of years of education that we like all this
We're dependent
history
on at some
and
point in time.
all this education that we've like spent generations and generations trying to discover, and it's all on Google. They have access to it like that and they can process it so quickly.
1000%.
They'll know everything about us in seconds, and then we're
Oh, yeah.
like we're not going to stand a chance against that.
Absolutely not.
Like, and then if they start learning how to recreate themselves, oh my god, that's a deep story. That's a deep.
It's like
that
a
gets
never-ending
deep.
cycle.
It's like never-ending
And-
cycle.
Yeah, and then what I was thinking, so there's like, there's things like e-commerce now, like the drop shipping thing. You got like day trading, like the forex and the options and everything.
Yeah.
And then you got, what else is there? Online making money tactics. It's like, like a social media account.
Yeah.
You try to run those like fun. You try to get like on TikTok, get the creator fund or whatever.
Yeah.
All these different things. AI could easily manage all of these, collect data, see what videos go good, like all of these sort of AI intelligence type of thing. It could easily get put into like all of these online money making tactics, and it could probably do better than anything we could do or anything an expert in that field could do as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's give e-commerce for example. I know there's AIs now. I don't know how good they are, but let's say in 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Let's say someone really niches down into that type of AI on an e-commerce dropshipping business. Imagine how much money that thing is going to make, and they're just going to gatekeep it for themselves. You know what I mean? They could just put in for the AI, they could say, give me a website and I want to drop ship dog toys, for example. And then with those dog toys, they could be like, all right, now run ads, make me an ad. Makes the ad for my Facebook page and my Instagram. They make the ad, AI will make the ad. Now it's like, make me a website. Make the website, they pay for the website. Maybe the AI has the credit card and will pay for it also. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how crazy it's gonna get. But with everything that I'm being said, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine the power that's gonna have to the person that has that AI. And they're not gonna be like, and think about it, they're not gonna, if that thing ever gets created, it probably already is created. But think about it. I know these chairs were drop shipped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I bought them from one company and it had a different tag on the thing. And I'm like, and they were $50 cheaper on the other one. That's crazy. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
They got me.
got you.
They got me, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't even hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like whoever has that, they're not just gonna be like, you know what, guys? Here's my product. Here's my AI. Go make your bread. They're gonna be like, nah. They're gonna totally just keep it on the low.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna keep it for themselves. And it could go for like forex as well. I heard a lot of people like in the space of forex. They say that like, if you're anything knowledgeable about it, but it's a lot of like trend lines and like support. Like there's a lot of things that go into it that are very analytical. You know what I'm saying? And a computer could do that, and it could go back years and years and years, collect so much data, and it's all about probability in it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
always about risk to reward. A lot of guys go for like a 4-to-1 or whatever. If they're like risking 1 to do 4 and the AI is profitable most of the time, they're going to make money. It's bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that type of thing could change the game in that as well. You know what I'm saying? And AI could probably do better than any expert in that field of day trading. Just an example. And the e-commerce thing as well. It's like, those are 2 examples, but we could go on for ages about different examples of that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it could just do what we do enhanced no matter how good you are at it.
Yeah. The only thing it can't do that we can do is obviously like have emotion and stuff. But like if I need to go make an Excel document, do all this math, or go like do this 1,000 times on Word document, whatever
Right.
it is, it will always beat us in literally any task.
Correct. And it's like accounting too. It'll do all the math for you.
do
It'll
everything,
analyze all the papers and everything. I'm just thinking of random stuff off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is just, I literally never thought about this in my life. But accounting, I'm sure you could take pictures like this. We could even market this and, like trademark this.
Yeah.
But you could like have your papers out for your taxes, like take 8 pictures of each paper, and then it's like, do my taxes.
And it'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's crazy.
crazy.
I have no doubt. That's crazy. Like, you're thinking of ways that it can already help us.
And these are things that are just off the dome. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that we thought about beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the rap thing I thought about beforehand, but this accounting thing that I just thought of, it's like that's just off the dome. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's billions of people, billionaires and everything with tons of money that would like are already think about this next step. You know what I'm saying? And willing to invest their own money into these type of things to get that back in return and more. Crazy, right?
Yeah, I had a theory that I was thinking of the other day, and I mean, it kind of relates to AI. It kind of doesn't. I'm gonna go off topic a little bit,
Yeah.
but obviously, the pyramids, right? You know how that's just some like massive
The what?
mystery. The pyramids in Egypt,
The pyramids in Egypt.
like you know how
right?
that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
massive like
And what
mystery.
about those weird like that circular thing in that island, and it's like
like the Stonehead Island.
the stone things. Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget the name of the exact island, but I think I know where Easter. Is
Easter.
it Easter Island?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was gonna say.
yeah. Okay.
Never mind. Yeah, so like obviously there's like crazy mysteries like that around the world that no one actually knows
Like
the
the Easter
answers
thing
to.
or the
like
pyramids.
Of course, the pyramids is one of the biggest things for me. That like I'm always like mind blown by it because
Oh,
like
yeah.
how like all the points
Right.
add up north, south, east, west, and then I think I heard that like the amount of blocks that it took to build the pyramids is equal to the speed of light. Like it was very close
Nah,
or something
there's-
like that.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
And like that for me, I was like, okay, there's something going on. There's no coincidence going on back there. And obviously, people don't know how it was built. And like you told me about this AI topic, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, there could have been, or what are your thoughts on the fact that maybe there was some crazy, very high technological advancements that were made like back in the day, and like something like AI or some disaster happened. I don't know. That like kind
know
of
where
got
you're going
rid.
with
You know
this.
where I'm trying to go
I
with
get
it?
what
Like
you're saying.
like they got too
Wow,
advanced
I've
with their
never
technology.
I've never thought of that.
They got too advanced with their technology, and it kind of wiped out the planet.
And it just started
and
from
that's like
scratch.
it started from scratch again. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like fire, and now we're getting close to that time again where we're gonna kind of advance a little
Did
too
you just
good.
think of that
I just thought of that right now. Yeah, I just thought of that. I'm
Wow.
like thinking. I'm like, obviously, no one knows how those pyramids were made, and honestly, if we were to try to recreate that today, it would probably take tons and tons of
Yeah.
resources. Like, I don't know. It would
It'd
take
be
a
hard to
lot.
do
It
it
would
now.
take a lot. It would take a damn long time for us to do it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I know what you
And
mean.
like for them to have just used like water or logs and ropes and build that, like there's no way. There had to have been some higher, I don't know, form
Wow.
of technology that maybe we haven't even discovered yet. And I was thinking, if they were that advanced, how come how did it just clear out? Or like how are we just getting to this point today in technology where we have self-driving cars? You know, like sure, we've come a long way, but I'm thinking like maybe they got too advanced back then, and they advanced so much. The technology just got so crazy, too good for their own benefit, and wiped them out. And here we are again,
Like
kind of
that's a movie
advancing.
script. You could say that whole thing, put
Kinda.
it into AI, be like, make me a story of this.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Answer this question: what happened? You know,
Yeah.
like it's crazy to me. Like,
That's actually
what
absurd.
If what if that's what happened? Like they advanced way too quick for their
I mean,
own benefit. And then here we are with AI, like sure making jokes that it can do my homework. I'm gonna just throw this into ChatGPT. And then it just takes one. Like I feel like it's like a domino effect with AI, because obviously it can do almost anything. One mess up, I feel like, or like if one robot or AI, I don't know the exact terminology for it, goes rogue or turns on us, like it's just
We're done for.
We're done. Like how do you control that?
That's true, 1000%.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
That's
just something to
crazy.
think about.
Yeah, yeah. You want to go into the next topic?
Yeah, let's go into it.
I honestly think we covered everything with that. That was a good one. That's gonna be a good reel. And think about this too with the AI. You know, think about like a social media context as well. There's gonna be, you know, I saw that one thing on the Bradley Martin, John Zerka type of podcast they did a while ago, and David Dobrik said he had a software that would post on 500 spam accounts, kind of how Andrew Tate did it, Andrew Tate did it differently.
Oh,
'cause
you
he
sent me this.
Yeah, I sent it to you. And he said that, Andrew Tate's different because he had other people posting his content, and in return, they would get a benefit or a incentive because if they sign up through that link, then they get money, right? But in this context, John Zerka said that David Dobrik is gatekeeping the software, like we said, gatekeeping software with AI, like the whatever we were talking about. He's gatekeeping the software. He posts every single week 500 on it. He posts on 500 spam accounts, different reels and stuff, promoting a certain creator. In this context, it was John Zerka. They reached out to John Zerka and said, "Look, we'll post 500 on 500 accounts each day of your reels and stuff and tag you and blow it up." You know what I mean? With 500 accounts and the algorithm's working for you, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted $7,000 every single week.
Okay.
Now think about that. Think about
Okay.
David Dobrik. Let's say he wants to make a comeback. He could post on 10,000, 20,000, 100,000.
Because if he has a
100,000.
monopoly on that software, he 100% has that.
Right, and
access
we
and
would
the
never,
resources
we
for
would
that.
absolutely never not see his face on any of our anything. We would have to take a complete social media detox if we didn't want to see his face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That could really just destroy the algorithm, and it couldn't do anything. What is it gonna do? Ban an account? They'll make another
ban
one.
500 accounts.
They'll make
ban
another one
1,000.
and-
Yeah,
you know what I'm
congrats.
saying?
They'll make a new one. Start posting.
It'll
again.
make it all. It'll make all the emails, and then it'll make all the accounts, and then it'll post them all again. You can't do anything.
The craziest thing with what you said that caught my attention, and when you sent me that, was the fact that they're charging $7,000 a week.
Right.
You don't charge $7,000 a week for anything unless it works.
Correct.
So
I
if they're
1000%
charging that
agree.
much, that's basically they're saying, okay,
This
like you
works.
pay us $7,000, we will do this for your account.
Right.
It will work. Think about it, what is that? Almost over 80 grand a year on marketing. Like it's gotta work. And
has to
I mean,
work.
when you think about it, you brought up Andrew Tate. That's exactly how he got famous. Whether it's all of his 5,000 accounts, whatever it was, or 5,000 different people reposting his stuff.
Right.
That's how he got to the top.
Exactly, just the algorithm really worked for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And think about like Sam Sulek as well. We're both into the gym.
Yeah.
And I was actually really onto him just because he was super knowledgeable, and I was probably subscribed before maybe. I don't remember exactly, but it was probably like 90, 100K-ish, nothing crazy. He was not what he is now. I could mention his name to absolutely any gym person, and they wouldn't know who that guy is.
Who the
You know
hell
what I'm
is
saying?
Sam?
But it's like now you see, it's like now you saw the context of how the algorithm worked for him because he has all these accounts posting his stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's memes of him. I've guaranteed you've seen memes.
Yeah.
I've seen memes. People it's like they'll like clip his stuff and make it on their own account. They'll get their creator fund from his clips. The dude posting the clips is the creator. He's getting his bread, so it's a win-win for both of them.
Yeah.
Sam Sulek's getting his publicity, and this guy's getting his bag off of his monetization.
Off of doing nothing.
Off of doing
Taking
nothing.
content.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
And
correct.
AI probably does that.
Yeah.
For him. He's like, oh, go clip this up, go post it, go make me a reel out of this.
Right. So it's like you've seen it time and time again. It's just going to keep happening. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm sure this could happen to this podcast as well.
Hopefully it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Clip it up, post it. Don't mind.
It's
I
like we
don't
could have
mind.
other people clip these up and post it on their own, and then if they wanted to, get funded or get like monetization from our clips that we're posting, and they could be like best of on-site society, funny moments, whatever.
Yeah.
And they could just clip it up, post it up, and then we'll get the publicity, and then they'll get their monetization from it, and whatever. But it's like that is just it's gonna keep happening. Of this, how it's like the algorithm is just gonna keep spamming out. I honestly, it's like, who's really making these like accounts? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's an AI or something. I don't know.
Bots.
Right.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there's gonna be people in like 2 years from now. We're gonna see them. They're gonna be absolutely popping off in the space, and they have no idea. We have no idea who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's following them, but they're just gonna pretty much do what we just said, and it's gonna work to their favor, and they're gonna be the next big thing. I guarantee you.
if you see them-
Nobody wants to just keep seeing the same face over and over again.
Yeah.
I can only watch, no hate, but like just for an example, it's like I can only watch so much like Aiden Ross before it's like
Yeah.
I'm just
Before it's the same
I'm just
shit.
tired
Before
of
you're
it. You know what I
bored,
mean?
yeah, of course.
It's just like he made his bag. He's good. He capitalized. I think he was smart in how he went about it.
Mm-hmm.
He owns like Kick and like that type of streaming thing.
Yeah.
From my impression.
I think he got offered like a massive deal and he moved to Kick. And then
Right.
I
So
think
he's good. He don't.
he's
You know what I'm
chilling.
saying?
He
I
got
could
he
say that he
bag.
probably wouldn't even be tripping.
He got
I'm
his
sure if he
bag, yeah.
like tripping in the context of like if he saw this, you know, he could agree with me to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's smart. He moved smart. He made his bag, got out.
Right.
But I think I completely agree in that aspect of, I think that's the biggest problem that social media or influencers have, is that like eventually over time you could be completely different, unique, rise to the top, but eventually no matter how likable you are, people will get tired of you.
We'll die out.
People, yeah, there will
1000%.
always be the next best person. There will always be
Right.
someone better than you on social media all the time. That's the thing. So like eventually, excuse me, it just dies off. Yeah. So, well, where were we going with this?
With the AI social media thing.
Oh yeah. That's right. My bad. I lost train of thought for a second listening to you. But I'm so lost. Wait.
I can keep
We're
going.
gonna have to. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's cut that part. I coughed and I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
at 34 minutes, however.
Wow. I didn't realize we're at 34 minutes. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Technically 30, because like the first 5 minutes, like.
Yeah.
Chatting.
Okay. But yeah, about the social media thing, it's like no matter who you are, we could say this time and time again, there will always be somebody else that's going to be up next in any field. You know, athletes, music, YouTube, social media, you know, acting, modeling. There's always somebody next on the scene, you know. And I think, if anything, it's just like it's so crazy because everyone that we used to watch and listen to and rap in like 2016 is just really not as existent now. It's like it was just times change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then a scary thing as well, I feel like once you blow up in a certain niche, getting out of that niche is very hard. Or like you see it so many times. Look at all these old TikTokers from COVID. You know what I'm saying? They've completely fallen off. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows what they're up to. Like Charlie D'Amelio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything
I
of her?
haven't heard
I haven't heard
anything.
anything
I haven't
about.
seen
I looked
anything
her up
of
and I'm
her.
like, what is she up to now? Same with like the Addison Rae thing. It's like it's like that person. It was so stuck in that 2020 COVID era
Yeah.
that it's like they completely fell off now. And even if they tried making a comeback, you know, maybe they're still relevant. It's just in our perception, we don't see them as much as they,
Yeah.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even if they try making a crazy comeback, we're still gonna they're just gonna have that rep and that type of, what's the right word for it? That like stigma of being that COVID TikToker.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm
everyone's
saying?
gonna remember like the initial impressions.
The
of, like,
initial
what they
impression
had, yeah.
sticks with you, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's when people like sell out for views and stuff. They really got to be thinking about in the near future when they do get to a certain level, because you could blow up pretty easily now if you just do some stupid stuff. But do you want to be known for that stupid
Yeah,
stuff
you'll
and then
always be
have
known
that be
for
your
it.
stigma for your whole social media career?
Yeah.
It's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why with this type of podcast, I'm really excited to see where that goes. And I also brought this up to you off the camera. There's so many things, like we could blow up from this, we could blow up from Reels, and it's just like I feel it's more with a podcast, it's more flexible on getting it into other directions once you get to a certain level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
like-
could have a podcast and you could do something completely different. I don't care what you do on your own channel. You could do cars, you could do finance tips, you could do doctor videos like with your dentist thing. Like it doesn't matter, but people want you for your personality.
Of course,
And
yeah.
you know, you could do your own thing, but having the podcast be your come up could easily get you into something else because you're not really blowing up off anything in particular, like
Yeah.
a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
You're just blowing up because you're a cool guy and you're talking on the camera
Mm-hmm.
with a studio, you know what I'm saying? And they just like you for your opinion.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think you need to blow up in one niche or one avenue before
And I don't.
you
I
start
think
doing
you're right.
20
Correct.
different
And I just
things.
think the podcast could be an absolute one of the. I think it might be the hardest one to get big in.
Sure.
But I think once it does get big, I think there's a lot of more pros than cons to it. 1000%. And I will stand on that.
Because like you'll be surprised if you see a gym influencer, for example, doing like gym content, and then
Right.
a year later they start doing car content. Like it's a little weird.
It's
like
weird.
It's weird. Not all the viewers are gonna
They're
carry
not gonna
over. 'cause
carry
it's
over.
Completely
Correct.
different.
And that's the thing with the podcast that I really like is we could go into anything, and they're like they don't know what our daily life is like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know what we do on a daily basis. They don't know what we're into
Yeah.
for the most part. Obviously, we express what we like to do and what we do on a day-to-day basis,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really know what we're doing. You know, You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're vlogging. What's good, everybody? Now I'm at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And all this type of thing. So it's like with the podcast, you could come up any way you want and then show what you want after that.
I completely
and
agree.
it wouldn't have any problem.
I think it's because when you like a certain podcast, it's because you like the personality of the people talking.
And it's easy to monetize a personality over
Yeah.
like a lifestyle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
YouTubers that will have a crazy lifestyle, and that's why people subscribe. But
because they want to
that's
see all
hard.
this crazy shit and
You know,
flashing lights and
they're
cool
in
cars.
Miami, and then they're in Dubai, and then
Exactly.
they're snowboarding the next week. It's
Exactly.
like that's kind of hard to maintain.
That's what they're watching those videos for, is
Right.
for all that
Not because of their
spontaneous stuff.
personality.
Yeah. So
Correct.
like back to what you're saying, podcasts might be the hardest thing to grow because you're only putting yourself on display. You don't have all these other incentives like,
Right.
look, I have this cool car that you guys should watch me for, or I'm in this place, like I'm in Dubai, I'm
We don't got to do none of that.
skydiving. Yeah, we're not doing any of that crazy stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be much harder to get the clicks, much harder to get the likes, whatever. But when it does go crazy, people that are following you are there for your personality. So that's why it's a lot easier to go into other avenues, because it doesn't matter what you're doing. The people already like you. They like how
they're
you
watching
talk.
for you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
they're
whatever
watching
you
for you.
do and whatever you want to do, they'll probably just support.
Exactly. Like if
For
I
the most
go
part.
on YouTube, right, and there's two different podcasts. One person is at the top of the Burj Khalifa talking to some rapper, but I don't necessarily like think it's entertaining, or I don't think their personality is funny. And then there's Joe Rogan just sitting in his damn studio talking about the same stuff that he always talks about.
Right.
Or just I'm always gonna click him just because I like his personality more. I don't care
Correct.
about anything else going on.
It's not, right. Yeah.
But that just goes back to the fact that it's really yourself that the people have to like in order to like your podcast or to follow you everywhere else
Right.
and other niches that you
I
branch
agree,
into.
1000%.
So I think we got that dynamic going.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're
Chilling.
good. But like all this whole studio thing, we probably don't even need this. It was just a kind of an extra thing that we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We could easily just do this in a basement of your garage, or like, you know what I mean? Like we could just do it absolutely anywhere. That's ironic that I said that. But it's like you could just like, obviously, okay, do you want to say it?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh
we
wait,
don't have
no,
to.
say it. Say it.
It's like obviously this set is crazy, but it's not what you guys think it is. You know what I mean? What's behind us and what the rest of the place is completely different.
Yeah.
The whole thing doesn't look all set up and glamorous with the lights and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's
Believe
completely
me.
different.
It's all camera tricks.
It's all camera tricks, you know what
AI.
I'm saying? Yeah, it's like it's so it's like, but we didn't need this whole setup. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Is we didn't need this. We didn't need the walls. We didn't need to do all this artwork and everything and the tables and make it all fancy. We could have just put up 2 chairs, started filming within a day,
Yeah.
and chances are that's what's probably going to get us to where we want to be. Not just like, oh, I'm subscribing because their setup looks good. You know what
Of
I mean?
course,
It's
yeah.
the personality at the end of the day, and everything else will enhance that.
I think a lot of
Especially
it
for
is
like
for
the
us,
short
too.
form content as well. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like it'll engage a viewer
Of course.
watching the whole video, because if they just see like random horrible dick ass lighting, it's like I'm not. They're just gonna swipe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
But in the context of like growing and just like over time, it's more of a personality thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the setup also not only is like for our viewers, but I think it helps us a lot. It helps us lock in, like, okay,
Yeah.
here we're in the studio. It's time to be serious.
Right.
No joking around. Let's actually get shit done.
Right.
So I think it does help in the
Nah,
aspect. But yeah, I agree. It's not necessary. Like we could go record in that corner over there, and I think we'd have the same.
Oh, that corner was horrible, but it's like we could and just put those chairs over there and have that horrible background with no lighting, but it's like they'll probably still watch. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If they're this far,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But,
But yeah, like I just think, what were you even on? I completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
no, we just went and started talking about the studio. But I think we covered
One
all
more
those.
thing that I was gonna say about that is with the how we're gonna do it, and I'm just gassing us up, you know what I mean? But I think we've gave it a lot of thought, and I think personality YouTubers have so much more longevity in the game, and it's so much more easy for them to be better in every sort of way, because you'll see people record a 10-second clip of them talking. Like I know there's guys that are like motivational speakers. They'll be like, "All right, guys, at the gym, give them a word of advice, personality." They'll post that. It'll go crazy. And it's like, it's so easy to make that because you're always going to have your personality and you're always going to have your phone. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that crazy lifestyle thing to reach for your content and reach for your viewers. If they're there for your personality, it's so easy to make personality content. You know what I mean? You can whip out your phone. It's not going to matter if it's 4K, 60 FPS. It could be, kind of shitter quality,
Yeah,
and
could be
people will
shit,
like
yeah.
it because it's your personality that they're watching. You know what I mean?
course.
And it's like that is so important. I feel like because doing that lifestyle thing, just an example. We're kind of just shitting on the lifestyle
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like just as an example, the lifestyle thing. If you're reaching for content every single week, trying to go to a new place, do this and that, you're gonna burn out. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You're just not gonna want to do it.
It's not sustainable
But with
at
the
all.
personality thing, you could be in the game for years, and it's like you're good to go.
Yeah.
You're
If
not
you
gonna
think
burn
about it,
out.
Like
you know.
I'm trying to come up with examples, but like if you really think about it, the people that have been in social media or the game the longest are the people with the personalities
With
who
like
are
PewDiePie,
entertaining
for example.
to watch. Yeah.
He's just an entertaining guy. His videos aren't very great. You know what I mean? He has so many subscribers, but they didn't subscribe because his edit was good.
Right.
They just like PewDiePie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I'm sure there's tons of other people making content better or more entertaining stuff than him, but like you just
And that's
can't.
where AI I think might be iffy is having personality that people like.
Yeah,
I'm sure it could do that. I'm sure it will have that, but it's like I just don't know how like Funny would deliver jokes and like express feeling of
Yeah, I know.
words. You know what I mean? Like how they like you could feel someone's presence when they talk and their emotion. You know what I mean? I don't know how good AI would do that. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be they're just gonna be hilarious and just like everything the opposite of what I just said.
Yeah.
But it's like that's where it's like I'm kind of iffy still.
No, I
Because you could model and they could be like Chad jawline, shoulders back, yada yada yada. But it's like
Yeah.
it's like in a video context of this type of thing with a podcast, like maybe they'll be AI podcast. How good they'll interact with each other and be funny and use their emotion of their hands and all that type of thing. I don't know how good it'll portray to the final product of people watching it. You know what I mean?
No, I think that's the
And it's
one
like,
thing
it'll
that
mess-
AI is
and
not
if-
going to beat us in.
Right.
Is being funny, having
'Cause
emotion, having humor. Like
Exactly.
imagine, like sure, you're talking about YouTubers or whatever, or AI being able to make or generate content
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us to watch, right? Like if you know it's AI. I think subconsciously I'm not gonna laugh or ever find it entertaining because I know it's a robot.
Right.
Like think about it, me sitting in my room alone with my tablet out, watching an AI video and laughing. People
Yeah,
will call me
you can't.
crazy.
You can't.
Like you're crazy. Like
Right.
I don't think that's gonna ever happen. To be honest.
Correct. I think that's where it's going to be a little iffy. But
Yeah.
it's just like you said about just supporting the AI thing. I just can't.
No, I can't either. I mean, sure, if it helps us, whatever. But like, if I'm gonna choose an AI or a person, even if the AI does the job better, I'm always gonna choose.
Because
the
if
person,
anything, you're in
100%.
awe of the skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're in awe of the skill of someone on what they're doing in the entertainment aspect. It's like, I like how this person acts. You know what I mean? I like how this person portrays themselves to the outside world. You know what I mean? It's like their views on how they view their views of the world. I like that about them because I could relate to that. I could relate to that person. They were where I was in life at one point. You know what I mean? And look at them now. It's like that's where like there won't be emotion with AI. It's like you can't relate to that AI character, but you could relate to your favorite YouTuber. I guarantee you. You know what I mean?
What do you? I was gonna ask you this. Like, it's kind of similar to what you're talking about with people versus AI. But like, what do you think about the fact that you can literally have AI on your phone, like keyboard, like when you're texting and you like someone asks you a question or whatever, you don't know the answer, and you can type it into ChatGPT on like one of
And be
your
like,
keyboards.
respond to this.
Yeah, like respond to this or give me a response. How do I answer this question? And then you copy and paste and send it.
Right.
Like, I think that's crazy
I've done
to
that
me.
before.
I think it's
I
like
do my emails like that.
okay, yeah, emails I think are a different thing. Like you have to have professional grammar and everything in certain circumstances. But
In
like
text though.
very casual text, like say if my mom texts me and asks me, "Oh, what is this? When was World War II?" And I go on ChatGPT and copy and paste this pair. I think like it's too artificial.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's not like you texting.
It's not. Yeah.
Like, have you like I could guarantee you how you text me, or whatever, or how you text me, I text you. Like if it was an AI, you would off rip know.
Yeah.
It would be
I
weird.
would
You'd
know
be like,
100%.
why is he giving me such grammar and put a sentence
Whoa,
or a
where-
period right there?
Where's all this punctuation coming
Right. It's
from?
like you're not gonna see that from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like a great example of this. Like you could see like a dude's girl text on his phone. He'll, like off rip, it'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
your girl's texting me off your phone. Like stop pretending to be your boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does that make any
No,
sense?
no, it makes sense. But there are also people in this world who genuinely, if I was just texting them and I didn't know much about them, I would not be able to tell the difference between certain
If you
people
didn't know.
and a bot. Yeah.
if I
just
started
like,
all my sentences with AI, you wouldn't think it's AI.
yeah, no, like,
But now you would,
yeah,
right?
but it's I don't know, it's just crazy that you can literally use it for
But with like
anything.
your teachers and stuff, when you're responding to them, educational purposes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you could just have the whole thing be AI, and it's like they will never know. They'll just think that your
Oh.
grammar's good.
I have a story about that actually.
Really? Okay.
About like with education or a teacher in AI. Sorry to cut you off, but like I didn't want to forget. So I went on a trip recently, and one of my friends, she was writing a paper for some class. I don't want to disclose who it is, but like it was like some English class or some art class. I don't remember the class exactly, but her final project was to write like a 10-page paper or something with research. And so she wrote it, submitted it, and got an F on it or got a
Really?
D or something on it. Yeah, she got a terrible grade, and the teacher responded and said, "Oh, like AI was detected. I need to. You're not allowed to use AI, so you're getting an F in the class. Like, period."
Wow.
And I heard about that, and I'm like, "Did you use AI?" And she goes like, "No, I didn't. Like, I swear on everything, I've used it in the past, but I didn't use it this time."
Like, she
and she
you
swore.
trusted her word.
I trust her. She wouldn't lie to me. Like,
Right,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna go snitch to her teacher. But she's like, "No, I didn't. I swear, I didn't use it." And I'm like, "Then you have to like debate this. You can't allow her to give you an F, especially if you did nothing wrong." But like, what I'm trying to get into is like, as a teacher, how can you tell if something is
can't
AI?
tell.
You can't. Sure, you can throw it into like an AI detector or whatever, and sure, sometimes it'll be right, sometimes it'll be wrong. But if a student comes up to you and tells you eye to eye, "I did not use AI. I don't like," even if it's saying like, "Oh, 10% of it is AI,"
Right.
I didn't use AI. How do you like handle that? Like, you
I've had
literally
the same
can't tell.
I've had the same situation with people that I know too.
Yeah, you can't tell. So
Exact same scenario.
how do
of
you
what
man?
just said?
Yeah, how do you man? I could even make my whole paper on use ChatGPT for my whole paper. Sure, my teacher sees it. 100% is AI generated. If I tell her I didn't use AI,
How are they
she
gonna-
has no proof.
And there's really no proof that it's AI. You know what I mean?
There's no proof that it's AI.
And then there's like, if you think about it, there's also like AI non-detectors. Like it'll like detect on how it will detect
Yeah.
the AI. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'll put it into like a middleman where it will change it up and not have AI detect it. You know what I mean? So it's like you could AI it, put in something so it's not AI'd, and then it won't see it, and then the Turnitin won't see the AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like the not AI, where it changes up the words and everything, will always be more superior than Turnitin catching it. Because Turnitin is trying to keep up with the AI. The AI is
Yeah.
always expanding. The Turnitin is more so on defense with this type of thing. It's trying to catch it. It's
Yeah.
not on the offense. It's on
Yeah.
the defensive side. In a sports context, does that make any sense?
No, it does. I see
Okay.
what you're saying
Okay,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Because I hated Turnitin when I was in college.
Oh, I hated
Absolutely
it too. I
hated
still
it.
hate it.
So strict.
But it's like Turnitin is trying to catch ChatGPT 3.5. But what is it going to do if there's a 4.5? It's not going to be able to know what it's going to
Yeah.
do, because 4.5 will say, "Hey, make it so Turnitin won't catch it," and it'll do it. And then what is Turnitin going to do? You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's crazy.
it's crazy to
And
me.
it's just, there's going to be loopholes for everything when it comes to the school thing.
Yeah.
For just as an example, you know what I mean? There's search engines that could catch AI, and I'm pretty sure if the search engine, is this correct, Dylan? If the search engine catches AI, it'll go to the bottom probably. That's why a lot of people use, they try to make it as human as possible.
What do you mean? Say it again?
You know so I heard that people need to make it human, because if it's not human, it'll put it on the bottom of the search engine.
Like if a article is written online,
If an article is
like
written
a blog post
by-
or something.
yeah, and it's AI'd, it'll put on the bottom.
Oh, you
from
think?
Google?
Oh, it does.
I don't know for sure, but that's why people like it human.
That would be a smart thing.
That's
for
why they
Google to do,
humanize
though.
their work,
That would be a smart thing to do.
right?
Because like you
Because
don't wanna
it would if Google sees that it's botted, why would they?
why? Yeah, they're not going to advertise that at the first.
You know what I
the
mean?
top.
Put it as written by someone else, though. Like if it was AI, someone just put written by blah blah. How's Google gonna know it's AI?
But
AI detectors and stuff. Maybe
Right,
I'm sure
and
Google
but that's why
has
that
the
technology
technology to.
But then Google turns turn it in. It can't keep up with
That's true.
these AI.
There is billions of posts on Google.
right,
But so that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if that's factual or not, but
Yeah, I don't
if
know.
it was, I'm sure like I wouldn't be surprised. That's a smart thing for Google to do. But like when you search something and you scroll down, have you ever been like you see like all the page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, et cetera, of like when you search one thing, there's like thousands of pages.
Right.
Have you ever been past like page 3?
No.
Never. Never. What is on those pages? Is that you think that's like all the AI BS, or you think just unrelated stuff, or like
Maybe. I don't
like
know.
I'll
I just-
type in one thing, I'll type in BMW, and there will like I don't know, maybe something more
You think someone's?
specific.
I don't know.
And it's
It's
just
just tough to think. It's like, is there
thousands-
someone really writing this 1,000 thing, this 1,000 word, 20,000, 100,000 word paper? It would be so much easier for them just to be write it on AI.
Mm-hmm.
It'll do the same thing. I guarantee you. 1,000%. Put in the specifications of whatever the product is. AI, go for it. It'll just do it just as good. You don't like that? Change it.
Rewrite it for me.
Yeah, it's
make
like-
it sound this way. Use quotes.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
it's just totally like. I feel like just doing it on your own is just almost going to be obsolete at some point.
And there's even some things where,
Which-
so like I'm in dental school right now that like I was shocked on, and like have you ever ran into the issue where you ask ChatGPT to do something and it's like, no, sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's done that to me.
Yeah.
It literally just gatekeeps from giving me answers sometimes when I ask it to do something.
But,
I've done
like,
things for the pod.
Really?
I'll
And
use
it's like,
ChatGPT
no,
for the
I
pod
can't?
Sometimes it'll be like, give me a bio or like whatever.
Yeah,
Give me an idea.
but like, and it says like,
And it says,
sorry,
no.
I can't.
It says, sorry, I can't.
do
I know
this.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I've run into that issue a few times. But if you say, okay, in a theoretical situation, do it. It's like, oh, okay, then I'd be happy to help you, and then it goes and
Yeah.
does it. It's like,
It's
what?
like-
What is that?
But what if the AI gets so strong where it's like, nah, I don't want to do it for
nah.
you.
Like,
I'm
I know-
done. You were rude to me.
Yeah.
You said
That's
you didn't give me a
crazy.
thank you.
You didn't say please.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Try again tomorrow.
Oh, your thing's due at 12? I'll give it to you at 12:01. It's like, nah.
You don't deserve it today. You didn't say happy birthday. Like, nah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
You
noticed
didn't
that.
wish me a happy birthday. Is it great?
Yeah, I've honestly, that's crazy you say that, because I've honestly always had like in the back of my mind, it's like, okay, like when I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do something, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm not gonna like.
Oh, I'm rude
if I
to it
if I
sometimes.
ask it to do
I'm
something,
like, I'd be vulgar. Like,
I
I'll
feel
give
like it
vulgar,
knows, bro.
I'll give vulgar
Really?
words to ChatGPT.
Like,
I'll throw
you're-
the F-bomb in. I'll be like, you got that shit fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like
like rewrite it. That's ass.
I've done that. You know what I mean? I'm like, you didn't do it, you little dumbass. It's like, I've done that. It's like,
I see. That's the thing. I never
I
do
always
that.
subconsciously feel like, should I be doing this?
Yeah, I never do it. I mean, like obviously there's no repercussions, but I feel like deep down, like, what if there is even a 0.5,
It's like, what if it
0.1%
wanted to
chance
get
that
that
it's
one-
like, nah, that's rude. I'm not gonna give him a good response now. So like,
crazy. It could.
why cuss
It
out a
could.
bot? Like in
You know what I
case
mean?
even 0.01% chance that it's like, nah, he was kind of rude to me. I'm not gonna give him a good response.
like,
I'm gonna
yeah.
give him a really terrible one.
Or I'm gonna sabotage and make like the fourth answer be like completely different.
Yeah.
I know he's not gonna read it.
I'ma
so
play
he
with him.
turns it into- He's gonna be like, "What is that fourth answer?" You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, "Why are you talking about like Mars when we're on like History 102?" You know what I mean? It's
I'm
like
gonna play with him a little bit.
Just
I'm gonna get
troll
him.
him.
I know he's not gonna read the whole thing.
because I've asked it to do quotes and the quotes were wrong, and it's
Yeah.
like if I didn't see it, I would have turned it in. I don't know if I want to put
You
this
would have
in.
gotten got. Huh?
Yes. Should I just keep going with it?
Yeah, keep
Screw
going,
it.
keep going. You could cut it later if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to.
No, I'll just keep it in. Educational purposes, I'm a comedian.
Viewer discretion's advised. It's
Yeah,
all fit
exactly.
to
But it's
hypothetical
like
scenarios.
I could turn something in, and if I didn't read it, if I turned it in, it would have been totally different. I would have been caught. I would have been, it would give me like a different quote, and I would have to be like, write the exact quote that I gave you or in the book that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta look,
Yeah,
because it'll fuck your shit up if you don't. One way or another, at some point it will.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. So it's like exactly what you said. It could. I feel like there's a little like like they probably have some sort of like comedic emotion as well.
Probably
You
if
know
you're a
what I
little
mean?
funny to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're at what are we at? 57 minutes. We're good. It hasn't even felt that long.
It hasn't felt that
It's felt
long.
like 20
it's
minutes.
crazy.
If that.
Is DC writing something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Also, I was thinking for our Instagram, follow our Instagram, it's just Onsite Society. I was thinking every podcast person that we have on, obviously we only follow us three and your boy just at the moment. But I was thinking, every podcast, every person that we have on, we could just drop them a follow on the account.
Yeah.
So then once we have like, we start getting guests every week and people start following and they know that we follow people only strictly off who that we have interviewed, it could show a catalog of
Oh, I like
people.
that.
You know what I mean? They could be like, oh, like they'll scroll the following and they'll be like, they did a podcast with this person because they follow them. I'll tune into that one.
Oh, that's a really great idea.
You know what I mean? And then we could even have in the bio, everyone that we follow is interviewed, has been interviewed, and on our YouTube or Spotify. And it could just be a catalog.
I like
know
that.
what I
That's a great idea. So if you're
Plus,
on the
I feel like it
pod,
could
you
be
get a follow.
engaging if people want to come on. We'll drop them a follow. They'll like that we followed them, and then it'll, engage with the audience and the people that we interview more. Because I feel like just following 3 people is kind of douchey,
Yeah, I mean,
in a sense.
it's cool.
It's
Yeah.
a business profile, so it's like.
it is a business, so it's like not
What's your
really-
thoughts on like? While we're on that topic, we could completely go into a complete U-turn and not even talk about AI. But what's your thoughts on like unfollowing people that you know? You know what I mean?
That's
like
a
your
tough
boy
one.
from school, it's like you unfollowed him. You're like,
I think
everyone's
honestly,
views on that is different. Like some people will be so salty.
I think people
and then
take
some
it
people are just
so
like-
seriously.
Right.
There's some people that take it so seriously, and right now, okay, I'll speak from now. If I get unfollowed by someone who was my boy in high school, but I haven't talked to them in 3 years,
Right.
I'm not gonna really care about it, Or if there's something that arises and I get an unfollow, whatever, it's cool. It's just an Instagram follow.
Right.
But back in the day, like when I was in college, and I would get unfollowed, like
You would take it
it
to
would
the
be
heart.
on site. Like I would take that to my heart, bro.
Right.
Like you unfollow me on Instagram, you're following 800 people. Why you have to unfollow me?
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
you
That's happened
gotta-
to me. I've been like, damn,
Like you got to go
I
out
didn't
of
make
your
the cut.
way to go on my Instagram profile and unfollow me. Like
and if it's like a baddie, you're like, damn, I really missed. you know what I mean? It's like,
Like,
I gotta
damn.
up that Insta feed.
like damn, like what do I do? But
You know what I
no,
mean?
like think about it. Like I think the reason why people take it personally is because it's just a number. Why does it matter for you to unfollow me? And like for someone to go and unfollow you, they really are going out of their way to take their Instagram following count down by 1, or to tell you, like I don't mess with you anymore. I'm gonna unfollow you on Instagram. Like that's the big thing.
That's the big
For
thing.
me personally, I don't really care about it as much anymore. If I get unfollowed, whatever, it's cool. Like
You're not tripping.
I don't really mind. I'm not tripping. But I think it is douchey when people start unfollowing like everyone, or like people they randomly know, or like people that they barely know just to get the countdown. I think that's mad douchey. Like especially people with 700 followers and only following like 160. or
No, that's
whatever.
crazy.
I think that's crazy. Or like when you try to keep your following count down to like below a certain number, so you just like you start meeting people and you start following people, but like you're trying to say you're trying to stay under 1,000, you just have to go through and try to unfollow the people that mean the least to you just for the number. I think that shit's crazy to me.
Right.
Like, I think that is a big deal. I think it's very subjective. It depends on the situation. To me, personally, it doesn't matter. But, like, if you're worried more about the number than the actual people, then you're just a bad person to begin
Right.
with.
Well, I'll talk about this too. There's just some, like, I kind of just lowered it just because of the fact that, like, it's really no offense to some people. It's just more of the fact that I would rather not see their thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to go on Instagram. Like when I go on Instagram, I want to be more so motivated, or I want to see things that I want to see. I want to see people making money. I want to see people going to the gym. I want to see that type of thing. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
So you know what I mean? When I go on Instagram, I don't care what, Sandy has with her 4 dogs and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no offense, but it's like, I want to just have it so it's an aesthetic that is important to what I want to be in life.
Yeah.
Because if you're consumed by that, obviously you're going to do that more. You know what I mean? And it's just
Subconsciously.
like, I've had to like even unfollow some people from my family just because it's just, I just don't care enough about like the dog or like,
I don't care what you're doing in Oklahoma.
that's crazy. Or Ohio.
Or Ohio. Like, yeah.
It's
no.
just like, you know
That
what I
makes
mean?
sense. I
Or it's
never
like,
looked
don't
at it
care about
that
your
way.
family trip with your boyfriend of 4 years. It's like, I'll talk to you in chops with like when I see you at the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess I never looked at it that way. I think that reason is actually really, really valid.
And
Very
also,
valid.
if I was thinking about it, like if I'm never gonna, also on top of that, if I'm never gonna see you again, or I'm never gonna chop it up with you, I'm never gonna text you, I'm not gonna send you a meme, you know, there's no point. What's the point of me following you? You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's not necessarily the fact that it's like, because my follower count's pretty low. It's not the fact that I want to have it just because it's low. In a sense, yes, but it's more of the fact that I'm just isolated. I just want to be more isolated from, you know, outside noise.
No, I completely
Because
agree.
if I'm not gonna see you, it's just like
If we don't chat,
we don't chat. It's
Like, I
just
don't-
like, what's the point of me following you? There's absolutely
no
no point.
point, yeah.
There's no point at all.
but I think you're right. People take it very seriously.
very
like you can have
serious.
no problem with anyone. I'll never talk to them on the phone, but when I see them in real life, like it's cool. Like
Right.
you're getting a dap up for sure. But like if I go and unfollow them and I saw them the next day, I'm not getting that dap up.
Right.
Like people take it very seriously. I agree.
Correct. And
But I never
that's
looked
just
at
for
it that
me,
way
though.
because like I honestly never look at the feed. I don't look at my feeds. The only things I'll
No,
look
I
at when
do.
I go on Instagram
Yeah.
is I'll look at like the first couple stories of like people I'm
Right.
closest with. I'll watch that.
I'll
Maybe the
swipe it
first
when
two
I'm just
posts and that's it. That's it. The most relevant stuff, it's weird. On my Instagram, the most relevant stuff is always first.
And I just don't want the relevant thing, because just to be like random stuff.
Maddie and her three
Her
poodles.
3 dogs. You know, it's just like, it's just not important to me. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, it's like, I got other things to worry about. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
Sandy, with your 4 dogs. It's
Yeah,
like, I can't.
right.
I know you're cool. You're nice.
Love your dogs. I
You know,
don't
you're a
need to
great
see them
person.
every day.
I
Yeah.
just can't.
Yeah.
I'm
no,
sorry.
I completely agree with you.
And I can say that to anyone, and just like, I feel like if they don't understand, I don't know what to tell them. You know what I mean? But if like we're cool, it's like I'll follow you or I'll see you. Well, I'll follow you. Or it's like, if I like who you are and what you do, I'll follow you.
You'll support.
I'll support.
I look at it as a support thing. Like if I
support
follow
system.
you, I support you.
And I want to see it. I
I
genuinely
wanna
want to see
it.
what you
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
And a lot of things I just genuinely don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm done. I'm at the function.
Have you ever
So
thought
with
about?
that being said, on top of that, the people that I do follow, I feel like it's more meaningful too. It's like I follow you because I like what you're doing.
I'm glad I made the cut. Jeez,
You know what I mean?
Hey, you know who got-
beat the odds.
Hey, who got followed me?
Your
No,
mom.
I followed
You
his mom.
followed his
and
mom?
her mom was like,
His mom. My mom.
your mom was like, why dad? What was it?
She's like, why the fuck did Adam unfollow me?
How'd she get? Did she catch on to it pretty quick? Like, did she see that Adam unfollowed her quickly?
Yeah.
I followed her back though, but I do like what his mom posts. It's like DC with the fam.
You hit her with the follow
I
back.
comment and throw gifts and stuff
Oh,
in there.
You felt
funny
bad.
comments.
You felt bad. You.
No, but at the end of the day, I was like, man, like, why did I unfollow his mom? Though?
Yeah, that
You know
was
what I mean?
crazy.
No, yeah.
What?
Well,
What?
like, it's just mom account. It's just like,
Yeah, it's like it's still whatever.
But what kind of
seeing
inspired you?
DC seeing like DC get gassed up from like all of like his mom's
This
friends.
is my beautiful
crazy.
son.
Yeah,
He's
I be
the
liking
best,
him.
cutest family. You know those
You know,
comments.
he's like he's a Riz master.
all this stuff. That's like all. I just go on
Grandma's just
Facebook to
gassing
see
you
all
up,
that
like,
stuff.
oh, I'm sure all the ladies like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Grandma's posting pictures you've never even seen before of you. She's like, look at
It's
my
always the
beautiful
worst
grandson.
one.
It's always the worst. Look how cute he is, and then he has like a double chin.
If you ever think someone's like, if you ever just want to like, see, if you have like a heightened perception of someone, I guarantee you, just go to the mom's Instagram.
That's so
oh, it'll
true.
tank.
That's
It'll-
so true.
You'll be like, wait,
That's
this
so
person's
true.
Not what I thought they were.
You're like, if you think,
You know what I mean?
you think one dude's hella dope, you find his mom's Instagram or his grandma's Facebook, and you scroll through it, like done.
Done. Oh,
Lamest person in
it's
the
like
planet.
he thought he was Batman on his feed, and then it's like he didn't even post his brother went missing. He didn't post.
Oh,
it
that's
because the feed-
crazy.
You know what I mean?
He's got like
I
ski mask on and everything in the feed, but like
like at home he's making cookies with mom. It's just like
that's crazy. That's crazy. But I was gonna ask you what inspired you to start unfollowing people or to like basically start clearing up your feed?
I went through like a little demon arc, and I was just
Little
like,
demon
I'm-
arc.
I started hitting the gym more,
Okay.
going crazy with it, gained like 20 pounds of muscle, and then just,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna not post, and then I'm just gonna be absolutely crazy in like
Monster.
8 months,
Yeah.
and like that's where it stemmed, essentially. Trying to think why I did that in the first place, because I was just following a lot of people from like middle school and stuff. Still, like I was following a good amount of people, and I'm just like, why am I following this person? It's like. Or it's like you know what I mean? It's just,
Like all the posts is parties and shit.
it's like parties, it's just
Oh,
such
yeah.
irrelevant to my life. I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right, like if I'm gonna unfollow you, if I'm unfollowing that person, I'm gonna have to unfollow this person because I have no right unfollowing them, but not unfollowing them.
Like,
and
it's
then it was like a
collateral.
downward spiral of dominoes. And then I'm like, all right, I unfollowed this person, but then I unfollowed this person. But why am I following this person?
I can't unfollow her without unfollowing her.
Right,
So
and
they're
then,
both
and then it
gone.
was just a complete downward spiral, and I'm just like, like just down the line. And then I'm like,
Like, you stopped even clicking on their profiles. You just started hitting the unfollow button right while you were scrolling on. You just started going crazy.
so it's like, it's whatever. I guess I don't know.
Did
I
you
don't
get
even-
any
but when
negative
people ask
backlash
me,
from that?
I don't need what.
Did anyone ever like text you afterwards? Did you get
Yeah, I've
negative
got
backlash? Like, yo,
I've got
like why
backlash.
you unfollowed me? Like, what the fuck was that for?
I don't think of anything in particular, but I'm sure people have thought about it when I've seen them in the near future just by accident. You know what I mean? They're like they'll definitely be wondering why. But I don't even use if I wasn't in like a social media context of like this, I probably would have just deleted social media or just had like a complete alt account, like burner account where nobody even knows, like not even you would know what my Instagram is. Like I would probably just have
Crazy.
I would probably just have like if I wasn't doing this type of thing now, I would probably just completely, or if I didn't have this thing going on and if I didn't have any aspiration to be in the space of social media and this type of thing, I would have probably just deleted my Instagram and just gone, ghost and just had like a specific little account that nobody knows about and I could just stay updated every once in a while. But I wouldn't have, all these followers. I wouldn't take it serious at all just because I feel like it's kind of a waste of time and energy that you could put into absolutely any other aspect of your life. And as much as people want to say that it does or it doesn't, truthfully, I do think it does. You know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of like if you just don't even have the app, it's like you're forced to do other things. But half the time when you scroll, I just think you're just mindlessly scrolling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Have you
just be
seen
like,
how fast people will like scroll? Like on TikTok, they'll scroll like not even consume half of the video.
and
Like
it's just
3
like,
seconds.
it's just like
bam,
they're just
bam,
bought, they're
bam,
just bought
bam.
it out.
Yeah,
Just
just
bought
like
it out when they do it, and I
mindless.
catch myself doing it too. And I feel like I'm I'm so like aware of it, and I still do it. Imagine the people that aren't aware of it. You know what I mean?
And are cool with being like no, I completely agree. Being aware that you're mindlessly scrolling is way better than just like doing it and being like, oh, I'm fine, nothing's wrong, blah blah blah. But if you're actively aware and you feel bad for it, I think that's step one to just getting rid of social
Right.
media.
So if I
in
was in this
general.
context, and if I really just wanted, I would have probably just got rid of it by now.
Yeah. Honestly, I can proudly state that like TikTok is the worst. Obviously, I'm sure you know that too.
I don't even go on TikTok.
TikTok is the worst. Everyone knows this. It's the worst for you.
And there's all these trends now, and I like all these trends, and I don't even know what the trends are.
Oh,
anymore.
I don't
like,
know
I feel
what's
so
going on.
old. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
I
I don't know
have
what that
no
song
clue.
is, and everyone's like doing that. Like even with the Anita Max Win thing that you were doing, like I didn't even know what that
I
was.
saw that on Instagram.
You know what I mean?
It's so funny.
Yeah, but it's like I'm even out of the trend on some things now.
Yeah, no, like that's the biggest thing is being like the FOMO from not knowing the trends, not knowing anything. But I've been off TikTok for like a month and a half now, and I can say that mentally I have been the most sane. Not
Really?
sane. I've never been like insane, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
like I have no brain
You're
fog,
more-
nothing.
Yeah.
Like I feel so much better without TikTok.
Oh, I remember sometimes over like COVID and stuff, I would just like binge TikTok.
Oh, me
like
too.
Hours and hours and hours a day, and I would just feel like complete dog shit.
Yeah, bullshit. And the more you scroll, the worse you feel.
Oh my gosh.
And the more,
But it's like
you
I've
scroll
gone
more.
4 hours. What's another hour at this point?
Yeah, like,
you know
I've
what
been
I
in
mean? You're
bed
just so
since-
into it. It's like
Yeah.
I feel it's like
video games too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm done with the video game thing.
yeah.
I'll watch it I'll play it like I'll never do like ranking, like care about ranks. I'll play Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
I'm still on that wave, but that's just a little mobile thing that I do.
Yeah,
But it's
just
like I'm never gonna like worry about like a Valorant like ranking system top 4,000 whatever. It's because it's just like it's just so like I'd rather just rank up in real life. You know
I
what
like
I mean?
that.
It's like you
Why-
have
who
$1 million
said that?
on your GTA, but in person you have microwave ramen for dinner. It's like
Who
like-
said that, bro? That's such a good analogy, and that makes so much sense too. Who said? I'm gonna say it, but then you tell me who said it. I don't remember who, but like they were saying that like people will spend hours and hours every day ranking up their in-game characters or whatever to get to the top of the game and rank up all their skill levels.
but they can't bench 135.
But they can't. Well, yeah, obviously.
just in this
But like
specific
instead of
example.
spending their time to rank up those skills in a game, why not spend that time in real life to rank up your own character, your own skills?
correct.
And I thought that's such a crazy analogy because yeah, like people will spend endless
And
days,
it's like, why would they
nights.
do it on why would they have a willpower to grind on the game, but not in real life?
Yeah, and
how
GTA
do you-
to get the nicest cars to do all. Why can't you do that in real life?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Why do you try to go to?
You got to go on missions. You got to do this. You got to do that.
Right.
Do that in real life. Go on missions in real
I think
life.
this all stemmed from like playing sports growing up. It's just like I've always had the mindset where it's like I'm not gonna play this game because I'd rather just train or I'd rather watch videos of the sport I'm playing. And a lot of athletes would probably disagree with me with this, but you know, you wouldn't probably not see Kobe playing whatever after practice. He'd probably be watching film, or he'd probably be like,
Yeah.
you know, doing recovery work, or he'd probably be doing something with his free time to get better. You know, maybe like of his business thing, whatever. I don't know what it is. You could give input any example you want, but it's like I always wanted to try to be the best I can when I play sports, when I played sports, and it's like that's why I just completely stopped in the first place, and I think that just stemmed going forward from that. So I haven't played video games like that in a long, long time, just because it's like, you know, there's so many things you could do. You could do school, you could study, you could get ahead in your school, you know what I mean? You could get your week's worth done early, then you could have more time for something else. You know what I mean? I feel like there's so many different things that you could do than play video games or just mindlessly scroll.
No, I completely agree.
So it's, and
Right.
I'm sure a lot of NBA players and stuff, you know, for example, will play video games, but I guarantee you they're probably not the best at their game. And if they are playing video games, they're streaming, and that's a different story.
Yeah.
I would probably stream. I would probably play games when I stream, but I'm monetizing my stream. I'm monetizing a stream. My stream is through a business. It's a business plan. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna play just because I want to. You know what I mean? If you're gonna bring up streaming, just don't. It doesn't. They don't relate at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But it's
And it's like, well, Neymar Jr. streams. He plays video games, but he's streaming, bro.
he's doing it for like sure, okay, he likes playing video
He's getting
games,
a,
but
he's getting a
paid
bigger
to do
brand
it.
deal than your whole family did in
Literally.
like one stream.
Those brand deals are out of this world, bro. Like,
Crazy.
have you like the QCP or
I don't know.
XQC? Sorry,
We don't even know.
I don't know. The XQC.
Who is that guy? I don't even know that guy.
I know QCP is the Italian cooking guy.
I don't know who that is.
Like he made TikToks. He was so funny.
That's why I feel like we.
Big pasta, bitch.
Yeah, that guy. So
Don't know
funny.
who that is. That's why I feel like this might be like this might go crazy and people will probably more so like us because we're not so like inundated with like the social media like trend. It's just like we're just kind of like just us.
Yeah,
Like we would talk like this without the camera even.
Exactly.
I actually kind of forgot the camera was there.
I did too.
So it's
like
like-
DC said, like 57 minutes, and now we're probably at an hour 30, and I'm just honestly, what are we at? Out
No,
of
and then I
curiosity.
guarantee you we're gonna turn this off and then we're gonna have big chops after.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're just
keep
gonna keep
going.
chopping it up.
Keep going.
Like after the first episode, we chopped it up for a good amount of
Chopping it
time,
up,
just
yeah.
big chops, and it's just like random stuff.
Big chops.
Yeah, and it was just like random stuff, and we could have even just kept the camera rolling, and it would have been
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't
Do
know.
you think you could? Question. Do you think you could like be entertaining on a stream? Like
Yeah.
some of those people who do
'Cause I
like,
think if we could be
12-hour,
entertaining on a-
24-hour streams.
I think if you could be entertaining on a podcast, you could be entertaining in absolutely anything else because I feel like this is even harder than a stream because with a stream you're interacting with people. You have a chat saying, "Tell this to someone," or "Do this," or "What's your advice on this?" So easy. I could do that for 4 days straight, and it would be entertaining. It'd be better than absolutely anything going on right now because it's like. That's so easy. It's like mind stimulation. We're just thinking of shit off the dome.
Yeah,
You know what
there's
I mean?
no script.
with
There's
the chat,
nothing
You know,
going
people
on.
like could like be like, "Oh, what am I doing, chat? What do you want to do?" It's like
Yeah, like when you run out of
it's
things
easy.
to do or run
It's
out
so
of things
easy.
to
I
talk
guarantee
about, you
24
just
hours
look
would
into
be
the chat.
light.
Yeah, like you just whenever you forget what to
We
do
could
or
do-
whenever you don't know what to do, just look at the chat. Oh, like tell this person this.
Okay.
Chat.
And then if it fit or like raise a girl up, it's like they'll go up to the girl and just completely fail, and they'll be like, "Oh, but it chat said so."
Yeah.
It's like their cop out.
Told you guys.
essentially.
I told you guys.
You know what I mean?
Spam W's in the chat.
It's like I told like, I got rejected, but they'll justify it because chat wanted them to, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you know.
No respect to streamers though. It does take
No,
a lot of
mad respect.
energy.
I feel like
mad respect.
If you blow up in a stream sense, I've thought about this before. I would never want to do. I wouldn't even want to do social media if I wanted to blow up in a streamer sense. Like other people have, like Phantom or like Aiden Ross and Kai
Kai
Cenat,
Cenat's
for
a
example.
goat.
It's just like if they blow up in that context, imagine how much time and effort they put in, like endless amounts of days, weeks, years, into
takes a toll on your
it takes
mental.
a toll on your mental, your physical as well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure you're probably definitely eating not the best food.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably not exercising that well. Your social life is probably horrible because you're streaming all the time and
Mm-hmm.
your chat's going to be there in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like your social life is going to be down the drain. I'm sure your work is going to be down the drain, or your school is going to be down the drain, just because it's going to take up most of your time and everything else has to be after that. And think of all these people that are trying to do it and they didn't make it, and they just wasted all that time.
But like, you gotta try something to see.
You gotta
Like,
try,
You gotta
you know what I
try.
mean?
Like, respect to them for trying. But like, that's the thing with a lot of these big streamers too. I feel like a lot of them, like Aiden Ross, for example, no hate, big respect to him. Like, they get in it, make the most of it while they can, and just get out. Because
Right.
it's so bad. I would never want to be stuck in social media for 40 years of my life or my entire working career doing social media. No.
Right. And I
No.
feel like
No
sometimes if you
chance.
have such a big following, like look at like Playboy Cardi, if you're so big, then you go AFK, it'll make you even bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Lil Uzi,
like,
the
like
Lil Uzi
less
thing
is
too.
more at that point when you're that big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like Playboy Cardi wouldn't have like the persona and like the vibe that he gives now if he was posting on TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram fits every day. I'm in Calabasas. You know what I mean? We don't know what bro is up to.
Honestly,
At
I
all.
think that's what drives fans is like the mystery.
The mystery,
You don't
exactly.
know when they're gonna drop. You
Nobody
don't know
has
what they're
fan
doing.
pictures with them. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
The mystery thing, and it's like he went ghost, and it enhanced everything.
Yeah. And I think that's why they act like
You
when
can
they
only
do,
do that
pop
if you're
out.
so big, though.
Yeah.
If not, you're falling off.
But I think that's
You know
also
what I mean?
why when they like pop out on social media, when they actually do, they're always acting like they're trying to do something strange, like act different, act strange,
Right.
for that element to like surprise or mystery or have people wondering why is he acting like that? Why is he saying this?
Or why is he
talking
dressing like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guaranteed, 1,000%.
But if you're Drake, different story. You can say whatever you want, and you'll be
Hey,
fine.
Kanye, though.
Kanye.
Person though.
I have-
He's half in, half out.
Yo, yeah, Kanye is a mystery.
no,
One
but
year
I
he's
think you got to
completely
think of
in.
those things before you even get famous in the first place, because if you don't, you know, you got to be so, like, you really got to think about that next step.
Yeah.
For a lot of these rappers, especially because I feel like rapping and music is such like a very like, it's portraying a certain image. Like I feel like Travis Scott is gonna be, kind of, maybe some people might not like this in an unpopular opinion, but I don't really think Travis Scott's that good of an artist. And I think his
DC
his
said,
music-
"Whoa."
no, and I'm gonna stand on this. I'm gonna stand on the table with this one because Travis Scott's good. Don't get me wrong. He's probably good. It's just not really my thing, and I just don't think that his music adds up to his lifestyle and how big he is. I think it's the reasons why he's that big because of the persona and the vibe that he gives off to his fans and the world. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like he dated Kylie Jenner. You know, he has nice clothes and he has like Astroworld, like the merch and everything. That was such a hype thing on itself. It's like it was almost just like a clothing brand.
But that's because the
His
damn
shoes
are
you know,
insane.
like the shoe thing.
But
That was a great example.
would people go and buy Astroworld merch, or would he sell out SoFi Stadium? Would his shoes be as crazy as they are if his music wasn't good though? Or if
No,
his
I'm sure it has
persona?
to be great. I'm sure it has to be good, but I think it was good enough to get those, and then once he had those, it enhanced it. You know what I mean? Like I think he was good enough to get a shoe, but I think it was good enough to have all these people wear Astroworld. But I think it was his once he had that, and then the hype brought it up to a certain level, and that's where let me like give some hand motions here. I think his music was good and his shoes got him to here, but then I think the hype and the persona got him up here, and that's where I don't think it didn't match. His music's good, don't get me wrong, but is it as good as, you know, all his hype shoes that are all worth $3,000, and, you know, Astroworld sold out every concert, and, you know, he dated Kylie Jenner. Is he worth all these things? That's where it's like, I just don't know. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I think
Because it's like a snowball thing. Once you get that snowball going, it's like it'll just keep going if you
It's been
do it right.
going.
If not, it's gonna go away. But props to him for, you know, getting it to that point, because I'm sure he has a great management team and everything. Because if he didn't, you know, none of that stuff accidentally happened. So I'm not discrediting him. It's just I don't think his music is the best for how much other stuff he has going on. Can you agree with that?
I love his music, so I can't, but I can see what you're saying.
Can
I
you
think
s-
you agree with everything that he's done. You just don't like his music. It's as
Me
simple as that.
personally, but I don't
Yeah.
see why I wouldn't because I like a lot of different music. I like a lot of different artists, and it's just like Travis Scott in particular. He has a few good songs. He has a good amount of songs that I like, but it's not like anything crazy. You know what I mean?
It's his beat.
It's very melodic. Yeah, you don't like the beats. The beats
Maybe
are
it's the
very
beats, I don't know.
melodic.
That just might be me though. And if people,
I'm more of a beats guy than a.
but I'm never.
So,
gonna-
are you saying they're good?
They're good.
They're unique. They're way
Very
different.
unique. No one's doing it. Like,
Yeah, like the Astro World,
he was
like
the first to
every.
switch up a song, like,
Yeah, like the like.
you got to give that to him, I guess.
Sicko Mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That was the first song in the damn
No, but
world
it's
to
like,
switch
It's like I'm just.
to be hard and then get even harder at the second
That's
half. Like it's crazy.
I got to give that to him. That was
But
good.
like yeah, I'm about beats
But I
too.
just didn't. It's I wasn't the biggest fan of Astro World. I wasn't the biggest fan of the new one that came out. What is it? Telekinesis?
No.
I don't know. It doesn't
Utopia.
matter. Utopia. Yeah. Telekinesis, I think, is a song on the.
Yeah, it's a song.
Okay. Yeah. That's how much I don't. Don't.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
care.
I know what you mean.
But it's not the fact that like I don't want if people like hear this and hate or anything. It's just that's just me though. Like I just personally just don't like it. But I think I could speak for a lot of other people, because I think other people could relate to me. If I don't like it, other people probably don't like it either.
Of course.
And I'm not saying that I have a great opinion, but I just think I like a lot of things and I'm very very open minded to music. But it's just the fact that I just can't come to the conclusion with Travis Scott.
I'll put you on
people-
some good songs. We'll see after. I'll send you some songs.
I'll be
Like
I'll
I'm
be
not
waiting.
the
And I'll
biggest
come
Travis song, but like
back. I like Drake. I
feel like you
Uzi,
haven't
I
heard-
Like, I like a lot of different artists in that same similar field.
yeah,
It's just I just can't.
Drake is crazy. I think everyone's a Drake fan, honestly. Everyone's a Drake fan.
How can you not?
How can you not be a Drake fan?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, you're just dick riding, you're just meat riding."
And I feel like honestly to the point with the Drake thing too. If anything, what I just said could apply to Drake as well because he has Nike deals and he has all these other things going on, and it's just like man, he's really like,
The goat.
his music is.
You could say
he's
it.
the GOAT.
He's
I guess.
the goat.
I can't disagree. It's like he's the LeBron James of music. If you think
He really
about it.
is. Yeah.
But it's like it's the fact that his music is good, but like it got him to such a point that it's just like he's such an icon that all these other things are just like crazy for him now. And
like,
it's like
anything he
doesn't-
does is crazy now because he's
you know what I
Drake.
mean?
Yeah.
They get to a certain point where it's just like your music ain't that good. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's like
About Drake?
No, it's just like I feel like it could apply to anyone. Your music could be so great, but it's like if you're not your music could be the best in the world, but for how much hype you're getting and everything going on, it's like that's where it's just like it gets iffy a little bit.
Like you're saying, like the status kind of overrules how good the music actually
Correct.
is.
That's in conclusion of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And AI is probably gonna make the music a lot better. I'm sure too.
I ain't gonna be listening to any of those
You're not
AI
gonna
songs.
Know. You're
Nope.
not gonna know.
If I don't know whatever, I can't really do anything about that. But if I know, I'm not gonna willingly listen to
Me
it.
neither.
No chance. Not
Yeah.
happening. Can't replace Drake.
Nah.
Champagne Poppy. Nope. He's not going anywhere. I'm gonna meet him one day. He's
One
gonna
day.
be sitting right here with us.
That'd be tough.
Welcome to the shot.
At some point, we gotta expand this thing though.
Yeah, for
Either
sure.
enhance this, then at some point probably just move on to something bigger and better. Probably more in LA, so it's more
Yeah, an actual
centrally
studio.
located for people to reach it. You know what I mean? We're a little out there.
Yeah.
People aren't trying to drive this far to get a studio thing going on. I'm
Yeah.
sure they will, but it's like
It will for sure.
It's not ideal. It's not optimal.
But who's to say everyone, like people that are gonna be on, aren't only gonna be people that live in LA? Like I'm sure people will be in different places that'll
Right.
have to come
But
regardless.
when you fly into LA, it's like it's close.
We go to them too.
Well, Drake,
That's true, we
Drake
could.
is a PJ.
Drake could land that right in your front
That
yard.
little airport's got- you know what I mean?
You can land it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I was thinking we could do like a beach episode. We could just put beach chairs up and then just
Beach.
it.
Beach what? Beach what?
beach chairs.
Episode.
Like
A beach episode?
We'll go to,
Like the
Zoom-
Lil
we'll go
Yachty
to,
and
like-
Drake thing?
Yeah, we'll
like
go
where
to,
they're
like,
sitting
we'll
on
go
the
to, like,
actual
Malibu or
beach.
something, and we'll just post at like Zuma Beach or somewhere, and then we'll just like at the pier or something, and we'll just run it from there.
Get my
if-
suntan and
Yeah,
get to
get
talk.
the suntan going.
So
It
win-win.
would be damn hard, but you can do it.
Honestly,
Imagine
dude,
bringing all this out there though.
You
Like
have to.
I mean, we could. Just,
we have to. Like It's gonna
but
be a full production
no,
shoot
but
on the beach.
we could bring it. I got my truck and everything. It's like we could easily make it happen over the summer for
Yeah.
sure. And I feel like it could be funny if we just were making a podcast and then we saw like some people walk by and then we'll just incorporate them. We'd be like, "Yo, what's your thoughts on like the subject that we're just on right now?" You know what I mean?
That's a good idea,
kinda
actually.
Freestyle it up.
So
Be like
that's-
see some dude walking. We'll be like, let's say we're talking about the AI thing. Like, what's your thoughts on like just the Travis Scott thing? Let's say we're on the beach right now. Yo, what's your thoughts on Travis Scott? You know what I mean? Get a random person on it
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
In the near future, I'm not doing it right now.
No,
Hell
yeah, no, that's
Over the
take a lot
summer,
of time.
1000%.
As long as we're not doing Venice Beach or Santa Monica Beach,
Holy
I'm up.
Yeah.
more homeless
Not
people,
happening.
so that's-
Yeah,
No, that'd be crazy to try to take the camera. and
try to take the
everything.
cam. Do you have a spare 5?
It's like, bro, please leave.
Like, bro, like no. But what are your thoughts on?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So let's go over these bullet points that we got.
we hit everything.
The camera's
Right?
a little hot and it's about to die.
All right, so
Right.
we hit all our points. This was our
Probably like an hour in. Just
yeah.
like last time. Good
This
amount
is
of time.
this is our second episode. I think we covered all our points about AI. That was a really interesting talk.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still so much that can be said about it,
There's some,
but
we could honestly do an episode too if we wanted.
Yeah,
it
we-
would have to be
we
more
really
structured
could.
and like more research based. I think.
yeah.
Um,
But we're kind of just throwing stuff in the air. We're throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. There's no structure to any of these episodes.
Yeah,
There's
we didn't-
nothing. There's 5 bullet points on this whiteboard over here, with 3 words in each bullet point, and they're just topics. And other than that, we're just saying whatever comes to my mind. We're just having a casual conversation.
Right.
But I think we should structure things in the future.
For sure. Yeah.
Maybe so we can get more deep into certain topics. But I think that kind of wraps up second episode of
What do they have
Onsite
to stay
Society
tuned
Pod.
for the next ones?
Like topics.
Yeah. Or like in tune, just in general, since we didn't even cover that in the last episode, where we
We
should
could
have.
keep them on their toes. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
But like, I swear you had like a code or something that you wanted to. Like not yet.
Yeah, code for the on-site society.
Oh
Wink,
yeah,
wink.
code for the Onsite Society.
No, that's crazy. People are gonna see them. Why do you cut
I didn't
that
say
out?
that one. Okay.
Leave that in.
We'll leave it in, whatever. No,
Okay.
but like anyone
But,
that
like-
knows what we're talking about, they're gonna be like shit in their pants right now.
No one knows.
Nobody
No one
knows.
No one knows. Yeah.
Select
no one
few.
knows.
But yeah, it's gonna be good though. And then I think I was thinking we could have these posters on the website as well, so they could buy these posters
Mm-hmm.
if they wanted. You know, if you like any of these, you could probably buy it. We're probably gonna put it on our website.
Oh.
And
State and we're gonna do some stickers.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Right.
get stickers, we're gonna get mugs, and then we're gonna have these posters, and we're gonna have shirts and jackets and sweatpants and all that type of thing.
The whole
I want
mall.
to do the kit. I fuck with the kit because we could have like a hoodie and pants, but you know the kit might be a little extra, but it's like you can buy the kit, or you could just buy the hoodie, or you could just buy the pants,
Or you could buy. Yeah.
or you could
I
buy
like
both.
that.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So you can kind of mix and match it because chances are I'll pop out with the shorts, the pants one day, the sweats, hit the gym in it, and then you know in the evening, you know I'll just throw on
Yeah.
the hoodie or whatever. So I think that will be good. And then I was thinking we could do like maybe a little dono tab on the, because once we make like that credit card in the bank account, we can do a dono tab and make a Cash App or a Venmo. And then if they don't want to buy the posters or anything, they just want to do like a little like $1 dono. You know, because I know streamers and stuff do dono.
Gift
People fuck
subs,
with
yeah.
it. People like the dono type of thing. We're not asking for your money, but if you want to, if you're gonna donate money to a streamer, but you'd rather donate it to us, but we don't stream, you could just send it to the Cash App or something. You know what I mean? Because if they're not gonna donate to us, they're gonna donate to someone.
Yeah. But your view or like
Anything
more-
matters. We're not
more-
asking for
more-
the money.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
More than appreciated.
Right.
Like
And if you're this far, they're pretty like.
they're in.
They're
like
in
we
for
should be
lots.
donating to you.
If anything, yes. Correct.
Like, yeah, but stay tuned. It's a whole lot coming. January 26th, 2024.
History
It's
right
gonna be
there.
the day. History.
Any
is gonna
other?
be
Any
made.
other?
This will be out
This will be out.
February.
Oh, this will be
something.
out February. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Yeah. But I
wow.
think we should try to maybe try to like make them quick, and then I don't know if we should go very too far in the future with them. One, because I don't think the fans would like that one.
Yeah.
And two, I think we could have more relevant topics if we do it more recent.
Yeah.
But for these first 2 or 3 or 4, it's like we just have to because we have so much other stuff going on. But once it's in the air, then we're chilling to do others. Then we're chilling to like do it more spontaneous.
I agree.
But for now, we have to. There's no shot we're posting this next week.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No.
I didn't realize how
doubt.
much it took. Actually, I kind of did.
What?
But did you know how much it was gonna take to like, how much it was gonna like time and effort it was gonna be just to like, just for like everything leading up to the first episode?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
like I knew there was a lot of work to be done, but like
It's hard to fathom though.
it's hard to fathom how much actually had to be done just to film a damn episode, a podcast. It sounds like not a lot, but it really is. But I think because we stuck to a schedule, and you put in a lot of damn late nights. I ain't even gonna lie. When I was at,
I did it all night.
when I was studying, out working on some teeth. You were working on
In
the
the
keyboard.
stew.
You were in the stew. You were cooking.
Going crazy.
And then I wake up early in the morning. I'd see everything you like sent me, and I'm like, man, I would rob a bank with this guy. Like he is to the T.
Nah,
Didn't
but,
miss a single thing.
I'm
But
glad because our document was completely down to the T to the day.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
everything
we
was
didn't- We
followed.
did not fall through on anything. We got everything done. I was a
Everything
little
was
stressed out for a little bit, but we got it done.
It's good that we stuck to a schedule though.
Yeah, because going into 2024, what
Yeah.
time is it? Probably, is it 2024 yet?
No.
This is the 31st.
10:40.
So it's like everything leading up to 2024. I didn't want to go into 2024 doing all this dirty work.
Yeah, I feel you.
I wanted to get
Start the
everything
year
done
off
and
fresh.
super fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wanted to get everything done by then.
And it got done, man.
We got it done. I'm glad. Next
Cheers.
step, post these and get it out to the people now,
Mm-hmm. Cheers.
one way or another.
Or 500 different ways. Who knows?
Hey, hey, we don't even have to front. Like everything that we talked about, we could definitely apply to our own.
Oh, without
channel.
a doubt. Without
know what I
a
mean?
doubt, yeah. But I don't have $7,000 a week to be spending on.
Nah,
day-to-day
so we're
work.
gonna have to figure out some other
Yeah.
tactics. But
Yep. We'll
if
figure
there's
it
a
out.
will, there's a way.
Exactly.
All
So
right.
cheers
you
to
wanna
that.
you wanna do any other outro things?
Give
I'll
us
let
an
you
outro.
talk. You want me to do that?
Yeah, I chatted a lot, dude. Go ahead. You give us an outro. I gave us the intro.
Okay. One more thing before I do that though. My mouth's a little dry. My words aren't coming out as good as they were in the beginning. But no, did I let you talk more this time?
No,
Did you-
we talked, bro. We talked. Trust me, we talked.
Because that first episode,
Adam was really concerned that he didn't let me talk, and I think Adam was just so full of knowledge in the first episode.
Oh,
that
I was
just,
so ready.
I was just listening, man.
I was
It's
ready
not
for
that
that
you were
episode for
cutting
so
me off.
long.
I was just listening. Don't worry about taking the spotlight. If you have
but in
something
bed I
good
was
to
like,
say,
wait,
you
fuck,
say it.
I didn't even let Sebastian talk half the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, maybe I should have let him talk. So I'm like, before this episode, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you get the spotlight this time.
Don't worry. If I have something to say, I'll jump in. I'll cut your ass
Yeah,
off, and then
okay.
I'll apologize later.
But did I do a good job?
You did a great job.
did
We
I
did
do
a great
this
job.
time,
It's the
DC?
dynamic. You don't have to worry about not.
Conversation.
You don't
Okay.
I don't want you to worry about giving me time to talk when I
Right.
have
No, I
something to
just
say.
wanted
I'm gonna
to, though.
say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I focus on listening, then I analyze it, and then I'll say something.
Right.
So don't worry about.
Yeah.
cutting
Maybe
me
that
off
might
or
be the
nothing.
dynamic because we're still figuring out that dynamic. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, there's always in the announcers, there's always that guy that's the opinionated guy, and then there's the guy that's
The stats.
the stats guy. You
The
know, you
stats
might
guy.
be the stats guy. I might be the
He definitely
opinionated
is the
guy.
stats guy.
I'm the stats.
You're the
guy.
stats guy.
I'm the
I-
factual guy.
I think that might be more fitted. You know what I mean?
like I got the facts. You got the
You got
opinions.
the facts, and you could lead into a direction, and then I'll just fucking.
Well,
I
I
just-
think this.
You'll give me a topic, and then I'll just grab it and run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be QB. I'll be like the running back, grabbing the ball and doing what I
Okay.
do.
Blue 42.
And then maybe you'll be
set.
like Lamar Jackson and be like, I'm gonna hand you the ball. Be like, never mind, I'm gonna run it.
Like,
You know
never
what I
mind.
mean?
Like I'm gonna just juke him. I don't know where I'm going with the ball.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you know,
I like that. I like
maybe
that.
that's the dynamic we're gonna have.
Yeah, I like that.
But then once there's a third person, we'll probably have them be the opinionated guy.
That would be really interesting. I
and
can't
then we'll
wait
both
to have
be
a guest
QBs.
on.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. We're gonna
That's
have
gonna
one
be-
at some point for sure.
We're gonna have one soon, before the 5th episode, right after the 5th episode.
I'd say after a good amount of episodes, once we have track record and people are like, all right, these
Of
guys are,
course, yeah.
you know, on their business, then I think that's when we're gonna reach out to people or have them reach out to us. But we've already talked and we've said that we just don't. We're gonna be selective with who we have on our podcast. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But speaking of, we should also tell them before you give us the outro, when people do come on, we're gonna have a little dartboard over there on the wall,
Is that what we're doing? Setting in stone?
set in stone. I think that's
Alright.
perfect.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect. If it's
And
in
if
the
not,
notes, it's set in
if not,
stone.
maybe we'll change it. But as of right now,
He just said it's
set in
not set in stone. Okay, I think what we're
I
gonna
think, no,
do
I
so
think it's
far.
a great idea. But I'm sure there might be something where it's like maybe that's better. You know what I mean? But once that first person does it, we're locked in with
We're
that.
locked in, yeah.
All ideas are out the window. Like the
Well-
name, once we got that, all ideas out the window.
The idea right now is we're gonna have a dartboard on the wall with the on-site logo, maybe the world or something, and we're gonna have on-site darts where like the fins or the wings on the back, they're all gonna say on-site except one. And if you come and you're a guest on the pod, you're gonna sign that like blank wing on the dart, throw it on the wall. It's gonna stay there forever. It's history. It's history that you're on the pod.
And then
no,
it'll
like
just be there, and then we'll frame it. And
Frame
then
it. It'll
we'll
be
put, like,
framed.
maybe a piece of glass so it doesn't move
Yeah.
or anything. And then every person that comes on will have it. And then if they hit the bullseye or something, we'll have an incentive, and we'll give them a prize. We don't know what that is going to be
I
yet.
don't know.
But we'll figure it out.
I think it's a dope idea though. We should definitely document all the guests that come into the pod though.
Yeah, I think it'll
Fun.
be good just to have it there. And Polaroids are, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know everyone does that, but
Too
go ahead.
basic.
Too basic. Give us
Like I
a
said-
nice little outro.
That I will. But like I said, if everyone's going one way, we go the other way. No Polaroids.
No Polaroids.
Has anyone done a dartboard? No.
No.
At least that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know. And if I
Maybe
don't-
there's a dude out there that does it. It's like you're copying this dude in India. You know what I mean? It's like nothing's an
man.
original idea at this point.
No, yeah.
But
Do
yeah,
it better though.
outro. Hope you guys enjoy.